VollGazzRacing Season 4 Division 1 for round 7 at Portugal, at Portimao. After yesterday's race where Division 2 was not wrapped up as it was looking like it was going to be, Ike now gets the chance to wrap up the championship. If he wins, he's champion. If he's second, Sire must win. If he's third, Sire must be in front. And then it gets really complicated at that part, but I can remember everything, so I'll just be saying throughout the race what kind of position Ike is in to win it or lose it, or not win it. Yes, because he can't lose it because he's got such a gap, obviously. So Nelson, he's one of 3 people who can stop Ike's championship consolidation today. Teammate to Ike, so you'd think maybe team orders could come to play, but I'm pretty sure Nelson would prefer to just win the race and let Ike do his own thing as he goes into turn 1 and immediately loses the front. I know who's Prix is the first man on track. Through turn 5. And now into turn 7. And now 8. And now rising over the hill, dropping down and into Craig Jones. Around the hairpin, and now the other one. And around the final corner, shot dropped away. Over the crest, a little bit of wheelie, but not too bad. Across the line to a 37.6. Jack Berman now goes second. Don't know the next person across the line is going to be. Maybe VTR. No one. Okay, Ike crossed the line and goes first by 1.4 seconds. Here comes MotoGP over the crest. And across the line, and he goes into third. Also, Depp is not here today because we're not sure. He's on PlayStation, but we don't know if he's fallen asleep. He's had to go out. We tried to get hold of him, but we don't know what's happened to him. But hopefully we'll know soon. As Nelson crashes in the second sector. And Finley now rises over the crest and will be looking to jump his teammate. And he does do brilliantly. He jumps into 4th place. Adam now into the final corner. He also has a chance to stop Ike in the championship, even though he has the least likely chance of doing so, because he must finish inside the top 2 with Ike not scoring any points, which he can't do. So essentially Adam's got to win at all costs, and he's currently 5th. Nelson now starting his lap as he goes through turn 1. Regulator. So you can see the guys. So apart from, so you got Simon and Nelson, the 2 biggest threats to Ike this race. Currently yet to tell lap time. So I'm expecting those guys to end up on the front row. but you know, all the rest of them, you know, like the VTR is always able to pull a good quality lap in Adam is as well. But it's probably the most crucial for Siren Nelson to get on the front row to stop Ike. As Ike's pace looks very, very scary for everyone. Fergator rises over the hill. Again, a little bit of wheelie, but not too much, as he crosses the line and increases his time by 2 tenths. Unfortunately, though, was not enough to get onto the second barrier. As I try to find where a VTR is. Here he is. Is he? Where is he? He's behind Adam on track. He has now round the final corner. Now he's improving in sector 1 as well, so it could be very scary for these guys. Adam improves his time and jumps onto the front row. VTR improves and takes the front row position back. Sire's crashed, Adam's crashed, so Siren Nelson are really struggling to get lapping right now, as Finley is coming to the end of his lap and he runs quite wide. The rear spins up a lot. He's also going to give Nelson a very nice slipstream and he pulls out the lap. But yeah, he's giving Nelson a very nice slipstream to start his lap. So he's lost a bit of time in sector 3. Can he be able to make it back in sector 4 to improve his time further? And he's unable to improve his lap time. Nelson now into turn 5. So over red sector 1. So Nelson, the rear bobbled and the front bobbled, and the front just went from underneath him. Very easy to do with all these bumps on the circuit. As Sire now looks to change direction, takes that corner a lot smoother than Nelson was able to do. Can he maintain the lap time in the second sector? No, he can't, compared to Ike, as he flies through Craig Jones and into turns 10 and 11, which then leads to turn 12, and now into the hairpin of turn 13. As he runs a quiet wide there, and into the final hairpin of the circuit. So he now sets the bike up over the crest and will set his opening lap of the session. Where does he go? He goes second, 3 tenths off. Very strong time. VTR improves and jumps onto the front row, 6 tenths off. Ike's lap time. Finley now around the final corner. And he pulls out for some reason. Adam now improving and will be looking to try and jump some positions. He's going to have to find just under 6 tenths to get onto the front row, but it looks like he's going to get a little bit of slipstream from one of the Yamahas. It's VTR. It'd be ironic if he was able to take advantage of the front row start from VTR. That's where he's right now, but he's not going to use a slipstream VTR. He crosses the line and he actually loses time on that final lap, on that last lap. So Nelson, excuse me, goes down the hill, trying to set his opening lap of the session. Nearly giving himself the 5-minute penalty system. 5-minute penalty, 5-minute qualifying system. With how long it's taken for him to do a quality lap. He's just got one more, he's got 2 more corners to negotiate. His teammate Ike, he's got Ike in front of him. So he's got a good marker. His Sire now is behind Ike. He'll be opening Ike continues on. But pretty sure as soon as this lap is over, he's going to back out. As he comes up to the line, will he improve? He does by 0.3 of a second. Nelson goes 6th. 1.5 seconds from his teammate, so not ideal for the work Nelson has to do in the race. As Jack Berman, his front tyre is having an absolute boogie on, and he makes a massive mistake and crashes in fantastic style. As Adam now into turn 5. Through turn 6. And going into turn 7 and 8. Whoa, on the curb. He's managed to stay on. He improves his time in sector 2. Adam continues his improvement in the 3rd sector as Craiginator has crashed. But Hadif as well is improving his lap time. Exactly the same sectors as, well, sector colours as his teammate. Adam now rises over the crest, front wheel pretty much planted. And he improves by just over 1/10 of a second. It's not enough to improve his position. And VTR crashes. Hadif improves, but not by enough. Sire improving his lap time, and the exceeds track limits just turning in a little bit too early there for the final corner. As Jack Berman has recovered from his bizarre crash, as he's improving on all his all his sectors, as I'd expect really from whatever. I think that's Spanker lap, but it's not representative of his pace at all. As he goes round the final corner of the bike, just being very, very... oh my lord, what's gone on here? Well, there's been some Moto2 shenanigans there, as there's been lots of waiting and all sorts of belief down there, and that's cost Jack Berman as well his lap. As VTR sets a red sector 1. VTR, a little bit of a qualifying merchant, as he's come to be known due to his he's always been able to do a good one lap pace, but unfortunately in the races he's just not been able to convert half the time. And in the races where he leads, he usually crashes out by lap 3. Well, hopefully, you know, sooner or later that win will come. As he now goes through turn 12, improving in all sectors, but Hadif has gone his way, as he just bad timing of respawning onto the track and starting a lap. Nelson for some reason is still at the bottom of the list. Let's try and find people. Ike improving once again. Is he going to be able to do a 35? Oh, and Nelson on the curb, you don't want to be doing that, but he's got away with it. Nelson needs to find over 6.5 tenths as Ike crashes, I believe, in one of the hairpins. But Nelson needs to improve by over 6 tenths to get onto the front row. Here we go, he sits the bike up. He's nearly got on the curb, rises over the crest, wheel firmly planted. He crosses the line, and he does go onto the front row. Could that last lap be all important? That's what he needed. As Adam now comes to the end of his lap, can he cause an upset and join his fellow Malaysians onto the front row? He goes down the straight and across the line, and he's lost time in the final sector. VTR is out, so that's his shot out of front row position over. Nelson's is over, Adams is over, Finley's is over. There's only a few people now left out on track. IQ will not be improving. I don't think Sire will be either. Where is Sire? Oh, Sire made it, Sire made it. Yes, there are only 3 people remain out on track. 4, yeah, 3. None of them improving currently. Is Craig going to try and pass Hadif? No. Well, racing our hands here on the last lap of quali. As Craig goes round outside of Hadif. Nicely done. And Hadif actually falls due to taking a lot of curb. So now it's just Sire and Craiganator. Craiganator over the crest of the hill and pulled out. So he ends the session with a very nice wheelie. So Ike gets another pole position, perfect position, and he's always had a good start this season. Sire and Nelson in second and third in a prime position to attack on the first lap in the first corner. They're going to have to do everything they can to get in front of Ike, because I think there's a fear that if Ike gets one lap and extends a gap, goodbye unless he makes a mistake, which he hasn't really made too many of this season. VTR in 4th, Craiganator in 5th, Adams 6th, Finley 7th, Mudadif 8th, Jack Bowen 9th, and Deck is nowhere to be seen.
The sky above the track has been cloudy,
and it's cloudy,
now,
so it's not raining. So just a couple of riders left to ready up. So during the race I will just keep tabs on championship position, but the simple one for all of you is if Ike wins, he is champion, and if Sire wins, championship is not over. That's as simple as it can get. It never usually is that simple. Right, let's get going. That's a cloudy Portimao. Will this, like, I wonder if this might affect people's choices of tyres. I can't imagine. Oh no, there's a black screen. Okay, thank God. It's weird how much they're different. The track looks just with different, just rather how it's cloudy. It's gone from looking like it's in like late November. Now it's Just your average cloudy day in Portugal. But oh god, there's a black screen. Please panic over. No one has disconnected. Oh, and oh, for God's sake, frame. Oh my God! What have I just seen? That is incredible. Well done.
Before we go to see the
Of course, it never goes smoothly.
while the riders enjoy the acclaim of the fans on their lap of honour, let's take a look at the final standings in today's race.
Right, so what's going to happen now is we're going to all the guys who had a problem, which I could have sensed from the black screen, but those who had the frame glitch will have to restart their game. It will have a well, it won't be 5 minutes hopefully. Just the guys will just do a 5-minute qualifying session. All they have to do is just do one valid lap. Box, I will then reset the grid to what it was, and then we can get going the race. And I will set it to cloudy. So 6 of where's the 6 of them? Where have they all restarted their games? Who's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Is it? I think they've all just restarted the games just in case. Oh, got to change the quality as well. Forgot about that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, let's go. Right, deck again, unfortunately nothing. So let's get going. So all these guys have to do is just a valid lap. VTR, let's have a guess what lap time VTR is going to do, and Jack Boom, because those two like to ride around extremely slowly. So I'm going to go with they're going to do something like a 2 minutes 10. Just to bring some entertainment to this session.
first qualifying session is over, and now we're back with live coverage of the...
Where is he going? Whoa, that was a big moment. Unbelievable. Look at him riding so slowly. There's just no need for this. Adam, oh, this is going to be so painful. I was so invalidated. Oh my god. I'm a bit confused here. I don't know how hard it really is to just do a lap, but I'm good, thank you. How are you? And VTR crosses the line to do a 3-minute and 45-second lap. Okay. Here you go, sire. Right, so welcome to the most confusing thing in the world for me now. Ikey's fine, Sire's fine, where's Nelson? So I just need to give 2 seconds this guy, 2 seconds this guy, so fourth... Right, you know... The penalty is so big. Yeah, I can't do anything. There you go. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. Yeah, might as well just sort everyone else first. Let's coordinate it, then just add them. Then it's Finley. Then it's Hadith. Then it is Jack. Check that's right. Adam Finley.
That's the end of the second and final qualifying session.
So a lot much longer than needed to.
Positions that await us in tomorrow's Grand Prix. The sky above the track has
Right, let's get going. Let's pray that there is no glitches this time and we can just get a nice clean race. No problems to begin with, so hopefully there won't be any problems, but unfortunately if there are any problems we won't be restarting. So everybody pray that there's no problems. Right, so here we go. Lights are on. And they're off. Ike getting a fantastic start, Nelson not so great, but he's still holding third position. Here we go, he's got Finley on his outside, into turn one they go. Oh my god! Where's Science going? What manner of thing just happened? Red flag. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what happened there. So I'm just gonna give red flag just in case I've missed anything. I've saw many contacts in the. It's my bad English. Lots of contact through turn 3. So, I mean, Saya's bike. God knows how I was going, but. Right, let's go again. Let's pray there's no lag, there's no nothing. Third time lucky. And they're off again. And Saya's got a fantastic launch, and he takes the lead from Mikey, and he's defending very hard. If we go into turn 1, he's covering the inside line, and they go through turn 1 now, and Saya leads the way for the Mikey. Nelson second. Craig Nater takes 4th place from Adam as they all go into the hairpin for the first time, but it is Saya who leads the way crucially, as they've all got through the hairpin in turn 4 quite nicely. So Saya's done the hard work. He hasn't had to force a move at this point, he just got the launch and is now away. Now he's just got to hold on for 13 long, grueling laps as Ike looks up the inside of Saya into turn 7, and now into turn 8, contact from the rear, sends it up the inside. Saya's run a little bit wide. Who's going to get the best drive down the hill? Saya just blocking the line, as now go through Craig Jones. Ike is going to look up the inside for turn 9. He's unable to do crash. Adam's gone down somehow. I think he might have hit the curb. Luckily, no one seems to have been collected. And now you've got Nelson right on the back of these two as well, as these guys are squabbling very hard. As Ike's going to try and send it up the inside into the hairpin, and Saya is saying no, you are not getting through that easy, as now they've switched the change of direction. Oh, Ike's taking a lot of curb on accident. He's going to go up the inside of Saya. Nelson is going to try, I'm sure he's going to try and attack these two. So Ike takes so much entry speed into the last corner and forces Saya wide. Saya comes back to the apex, and now he's got to use that Ducati power and slipstream to go over the crest of the hill and to blast past Ike down the straight, and he's doing exactly that. And Ike leads over the line, and into turn 1 they go. Ike covers the line and has taken lead. Saya's going to run quite far wide through turn 1. And now Ike's going to try and escape. A lot of aggression by Ike there to get into the lead. And Nelson and Saya now making contact, and Nelson goes into 2nd place. But Saya with the straight line speed, oh my god. Goes round the outside of Nelson, but he's outbroke himself. And Nelson's going to retake the position, and all while Ike is now just stretching that gap. And Saya standing up the inside of Nelson again into turn 7, forcing Nelson onto the curves for turn 8. Nelson's going to cut back on the exits to go over the crest of the hill, and now they drop down. Oh, he's on the curb. That was very, 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 very risky by Nelson. As now it maybe seems to have all settled down. Whereas Nelson is still very close to the back of Saya and could try and fight, as he's very on limit there, going through the hairpin, sets the bike up. Whoa, and oh my god, thank god that wasn't in a crash, but Saya's line wiping Nelson's front. Where is Saya? Saya has now dropped behind Nelson, but he's going to get the exit on Nelson as they go into the final corner. Nelson backs out. And Saya's going to maintain this lead for 2nd place, but out in front by 1.5 seconds is Ike. Those two have been fighting, and now look what's happened. Craig Nater in 4th, doing a solid job right now. I can't remember where his best position is this season, but I'm pretty sure this is definitely up there for his best result of the season, or joint best, because I don't think he's had a podium yet. BTR in 5th, Hadith in 6th, Jack Bowman in 7th, Finley in 8th, and Adam in 9th, so those two have gone down. I didn't notice Finley's crash due to all this overtaking at the front. They got 1.3 seconds, so Saya able to close it down by a couple of attempts in the first sector, but we saw Aiki wasn't the fastest in the first sector. We saw that Asaya consistently was pretty much faster than Aiki through sector 1, but I think for the majority of the lap, Aiki was a lot stronger. As they go through Craig Jones again, over the crest. As now they drop back down and into the fast turn 12. Braking hard into the hairpin. Through the next hairpin. So lap 3 comes to an end. Aiki leads by 1.4 seconds. So Saya hasn't been dropped on this lap. He's gained a tenth and a bit, but just got to see how the consistency is. Let's look at MotoGP, who is behind VTR here, taking a lot of curb. He's currently 7 tenths behind. VTR trying to close the gap down. As he sets the bike up as they enter turn 5. Through turn 8 and now rising up, and it seems like these two are just pretty much evenly matched for pace right now. Whoa! Hadif goes onto the curb and is somehow fortunate to stay on as he runs even wider, even more curb, and that's going to cost him a lot of time. As he's going to, well, I was going to say fall into the cuts of Jack Berman, but Jack is not close enough to make any sort of attack on Hadif. This is back at the front. Saya has managed to close at another tenth for Nike. So Saya applying the pressure. That's what he's got to do. Can he get the gap under the second? He sets the fastest lap of the race. Just getting into the 9th step, but he does a massive stop into turn 1. No way he gets it stopped. He just about got it stopped. He did have to run off the track for that. As he goes through the hairpin. So Saya is going full attack to try and catch Aiki. He knows how important it is to beat him in this race. Aiki's won every race apart from the last round at Chang where Saya dominated. But Saya making a massive mistake there through turn 7, and all the work he made in the past 2 laps have just gone away right there. And now Aki's extending the gap from what was a second over the line to now 1.9 seconds, 1.8 seconds. Now even 2 seconds, so that one mistake has completely stopped the momentum of Saya. As the gap just continues to grow and grow and grow, and Aki's getting faster and faster as this race goes on. And this is a spell of bad news for everyone. Across the line. Kruganator's still there in 4th place. Unfortunately, everyone's pretty much spread out, so not a lot of action is going on currently. BTR in 5th after his not even a word, but his mega slow lap in the 5-minute session. As he goes into turn 5. So you can see MotoGP in 6th, Jack Berman in 7th, 2.2 seconds behind. Got Finley in 8th, who's recovering from a crash. He's dressing up with the hard rear. I'm not sure how much that's going to work in these colder conditions, and Adam is in 9th, so his championship hopes are pretty much fully in the bin. Also, just not a lot that's going on right now. All the gaps are 2 seconds or more, apart from the gap to Craiginator. So every gap is over a second. Craiginator's closed a tiny bit on Nelson this lap, not too much, but he's closing a little bit nonetheless. Round the final corner, over the hill they go. So I've managed to close 3/10 on the gap, but I really feel like that mistake has cost him the chance of the race win. So over the crest and just the gap is just building again. There's a massive wheelie from Sire. Unbelievable. And finally we've got a gap that is under a second, and it's Adam closing in on Finley. It's now through the long, fast Craig Jones left-hander. Down the hill they go. As Adam's right on Finley's back wheel now. Can he attack into the hairpin? Nope. As we go around the final hairpin of the lap. So Finley just trying to hold on. He takes a very, very, very defensive line into on the straight. Shades of Rossi from Qatar this season, as Finley completely misses turn 1. And I'm not that surprised. He didn't get a warning for that, so actually I don't know. He might. Oh yeah, he didn't get a warning. Not sure that jacket was glitched first. So Finley trying to hold on, he runs quite wide through turn 5. Does this give Adam his chance? No, he's not close enough. Through turn 7. And now turn 8. Rising over the crest again, down the hill. Jack Vermain is in contention for a long lap penalty in the win if he's not careful. Through the hairpin they go. Nelson also are on the cusp of getting a long lap penalty if he is not careful. Through the final corner these two go, as Adam is surely going to take Finley when you compare the power of the two bikes plus slipstream. But Finley's going to take that extreme defensive line again, but Adam's going to go round the outside as Finley moves and causes Adam to take very, very abnormal line with that little bit of a swerve, catching Adam off guard there, luckily not causing any sort of crash as they go into turn 3. into turn 5 again. Finley defending, keeping the tight line, not allowing Adam to go through, as Jack Berman does have a long lap penalty, but fortunately for him, I'm pretty sure he can take that with no sort of worry. And whilst all that's been going on, VTR has passed Kroegenator. Kroegenator's made a massive mistake somewhere. I don't know if he's crashed, but he's now 0.2 behind Hadif. So we've got some more action going. Kroegenator very, very wide. He's going to try and go up the inside, unable to do so. And Jack Berman completes his long lap penalty. As Hadif now is going to go over the crest. He's going to pull to the right and blast past Kroegenator's Yamaha down the straight. Kroegenator complete list of it. Oh my lord, Hadif, where are you going? And he's gone down. That was a massive stoppie into turn 1, as Adam has been able to pass Finley during the final two corners of the lap, as Hadif has gone down again. Where's he going to rejoin on track? Is he going to just join in front of these guys? It was going so well, the top 5 finish on the card for Hadif, and now it's gone up in smoke. Back to the front, Ike. 3 seconds now the gap. Just what can you do at the moment? He's just been far too consistent. No real mistakes. That one mistake early on from Saya, and the note that Ian Nelson battled for the entirety of lap 2 sort of just handed Ike the win. Still over though, 3 laps to go, plus the final corner. For something to happen as MotoGP gets a long lap penalty. So this race goes from bad to worse, as now his teammate in the space of a lap will go from 9th to 7th, when 8th place was looking like the best place he could finish on the cards. And Hadif has failed the long lap penalty, so he's going to end up in last place most likely, but whenever he does take it. Kroegenator in a lonely 5th, VTR in a lonely 4th, Nelson in a lonely 3rd, Saya trying his best to close down 2.5 seconds to Ike with 2 3/4 of a lap to go of this race. He's chucking the kitchen sink at it, and he's made that mistake once again, and all that work he's done has just gone up in smoke again. He's just pushing that hard, and he's just making mistakes because of it. Just trying to ride at that pace with that amount of effort for 13 laps. It's very highly likely you're going to make a mistake somewhere along the line. Unfortunately, Sai's made 2 of them. That from what we've seen, he might have made even more when we've seen the gap go to 3 seconds. So Ike now round the final corner. As he rises over, he's about to rise over the crest to start the penultimate lap of this race. Into turn 1. Hadif takes the long lap penalty, and Finley has taken position. Whoa! As he rejoins into Finley's rear tyre. He goes up the side of Finley. As the two go side by side, Finley just able to take a lot more exit speed due to his racing line, but Hadif down the straight using the Honda power side by side to go into the braking zone. And Hadif taking a lot more caution compared to last time, doesn't do a massive stoppie, and will take 8th place after Finley's massive mistake through turn 1, looking not to get a long lap penalty himself. As Hadif is on for another long lap penalty actually. So the bottom 3, all on big warnings, as well as Nelson. And VTR is just going to be careful Craiginator here. Only 1 second behind. He hasn't got to worry about warnings, but he's just got to keep everything clean. And he will bring home 4th position, which he'll be very happy with, I'm sure. So I can now into the final corner for penultimate time. The gap is 2 seconds. He's just got to keep this lap clean, and he will be VollGazzRacing Season 4 champion. Into turn 1. Through turn 2 and now braking into turn 3. Change direction into turn 4 as you rise up. Go over the bumps, just miss the curb and exit there down into turn 5. It's back in the rear and hugging the apex, running a little bit wide there actually. Before gets back online as he goes through turn 6, loads of bumps, change of direction now into turn 7, very easy for the rear to step out, go wide as we've seen from Sire. And you see Ike's just taking a little bit more caution, or just a couple of mistakes here. As he now goes down the hill, through Craig Jones, into the double rights now at the top of the hill, before he plunges back down through this fast sweeping left-hander. Finley's crashed in the final lap of the race, through the left-handed hairpin, and now into the final hairpin, the penultimate corner of this track. And now into the final corner as he rises over the crest, and it's going to be Ike who's going to win in Portimao and win the Division 1 Championship in VollGazzRacing Season 4. So congratulations to Ike. He's done a perfect race, perfect championship, finished first in every race bar one. Sire did everything he could in this race, but unfortunately just wasn't enough. Nelson, same sort of thing. He finishes 3rd, VTR in 4th, Craiginator 5th. Jack Berman pulls a wheelie to finish in 6th after qualifying last. Adam will finish in 7th with his teammate Hadif in 8th. And unfortunately, I don't believe Finley is going to get the chance to finish. But Ike's won 6 out of 7 races. In that other race, he was 2nd, so he's absolutely dominated this championship. You know, he's led virtually every lap. He's just been untouchable, so little mistakes, and now he is the champion.
Before we go to see the celebrations,
so it's Ike, winner and champion of VollGazzRacing Season 4 Division 1. Sire, despite all these efforts, leading lap 1 and fighting and defending Ike on that lap. Unfortunately, the fight with Nelson, the mistakes into turn 7 cost him. Nelson brings home on the podium for 3rd, so he's keeping his chances for 2nd place in the championship high, as well as giving Suzuki some solid points in the team's championship. VTR and Craiginator 4th and 5th, so strong running for the Monster Yamaha team. Jack Berman in 6th, Adam 7th, Hadif 8th, and Finley in 9th, and of course Deck, who vanished for today, unfortunately. Hello, and hi Davies. Right, so let's get going. So we will start with Nelson. So Nelson, it was you you got a good qualifying. You're in third, and then on that first lap, you spent the whole time pretty much witnessing the really defensive battle of Saya and Ike. Of Saya trying his best to keep Ike at bay, and then I'm assuming your plan was just to pick up any pieces. But then unfortunately, what that turned into was you and Saya battling on lap 2, letting Ike escape. And then it was sort of from that point just you riding around in third place, hoping from mistakes from the two guys in front of you, which, big mistakes that never really came. But still, it's a podium. Your teammate has won the championship. I don't know what the situation is with the team championship, but I'm pretty sure you've either won that or you're very close to consolidating that championship. It's another podium. You've not lost too many points to Saya. So how was this race for you?
I mean, even though we had good chance to stop Aiki today, I mean, Saya had the pace for sure to stop Aiki. But the first lap was just it was really fun. I had fun. We all had fun, I believe, because I was behind them. I saw them battle for a bit, so I was like exactly how you just said it to me. I was waiting for them to maybe just like run each other wide or maybe crash with each other, so I just go and run off with first place. But that's a bit like an imaginary thing to happen, but I was still hoping for it. But it didn't happen, and I saw myself just go with them. They just really pulled me out of the group, so that was just fortunate for me. So I was just coming, and Saya made a few mistakes, Ike made a few mistakes, so I had really no choice than just to overtake Saya. When I overtook Saya, I immediately knew I didn't have the pace to stay with Ike. Ike was just going, and then Saya was just, battling with me, and I was defending, and we just let it go. But I think we gave a good, entertaining battle for the viewers at home right now. And I want to say congratulations to Ike for wrapping up the championship. He did a really amazing job. Winning pretty much all the races except for one is just amazing. Like the competition in this series, it just raises up each season. So I'm glad that I'm still in the top 3 fighting for the championship, and that my teammate, of course, won the championship. And now we're looking to wrap up the team championship. And then next season I will try again for the number 1 spot, of course. So let's fight for second place for now.
Yeah. So well done. Third place, your teammate's champion. So good, and another podium. A 1-3 for Suzuki, so pretty good performance from the team. So congratulations.
Yeah.
So we'll go with Saya. Saya, you got the first start was very interesting. I don't know what happened on your side of stuff, but your bike went flying into the sky to God knows where. But then the second start, you got a really good launch. You got in front of Ike, and you were really defending very hard on Ike, making sure you did not give him a gap to go through. But unfortunately, you just made a little mistake, and he got through, which then caused Ike to get away after fighting with Nelson. Plus the little mistakes you made at that turn 7, I saw you do a couple of times. Just those little factors caused you just to lose your chance to fight with Ike today. But how was it for you?
First of all, I'd like to thanks to my Malaysian teammates, all the riders that always train with me, Tohoy, Ato, Iki, and Adam, Hadif. Talking about the first race, my bike was flowing over. I think probably a glitch, and I was hoping you put a red flag, and then it was keep going on. And I was like, okay, let us wait and see. And alright, on the start of the race, I had a good start, and then I tried to be defensive because I know Ike had the pace. And on the second lap, when Nelson passed me, I think I made a mistake, or he was quite good on the turn. I tried to pass him back and try to catch Ike. I knew I had the pace when I see I was catching up a little bit, but I had some few finger palm issue after Rising Star. So this track is a bit demanding on, you have to really be smooth. If you really put hard on it, you might lose time and make a lot of mistakes. As you see, I make a lot of mistakes on turn 7. I didn't manage to bring the bike inside. I always wide. I lose a couple of tenths there. So if I managed to really got the turn right, I think I could have given a good battle with Aiki. But overall, I'm happy so that because I had a good race pace, managed to do the fastest lap. I thought Aiki gonna make one, but it's probably due to the weather, cloudy. But it was a good race. I enjoyed a lot. So now I have only one guy to battle with, Manelson. We'll see you on next round, man. Congrats to Aiki and Manelson. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, so well done. You did everything you could. You did have the pace, but just a few little errors.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah, just didn't go your way. But well done anyway. You've given him a good fight, and now you've got to fight Nelson in the last 3 races to consolidate second place. So on to Aiki. It wasn't an easy start. You had to find your way past Sire. Then you found your chance. You got through. You pulled a gap from your teammate and Sire fighting, and then you just controlled the gap. And now you have won your 6th race of the season and are now the champion. So how does it feel?
Right. Firstly, I would like to say syukur alhamdulillah. I feel happy with my performance on the race today, and because we become a champion in the championship, and during the race, I failed to make a good start, but I try to keep up with fight with Saya, and on the second lap. And I try push the bike to make a gap, and I try to reduce my mistake and maintain the momentum and try to keep the race pace until the finish line. That was a good race. Thank you.
Yeah, so well done on becoming our 4th different champion. Third different champion. The first, so that's 3 different manufacturers that have won now, so that is very good. And now Nelson just wants to announce something, so go ahead, Nelson.
After this race, the championship is wrapped up for Aiki, so it means he's the champion, and he will obviously be racing next season. Season 5 is coming up after a few weeks as well, so next week I suggest you guys to follow VollGazzRacing on Instagram to apply for next season. Everyone is welcome. We have 3 classes at the moment. We have Moto 2, we have Division 2, we have Division 1. If you think you can compete with our riders, come and apply, and maybe it's your chance to do the tryout and get in, and maybe chance to beat Aiki for season 5. So make sure to follow VollGazzRacing to keep updated, and see you guys next week.
Yeah, so you can do all that. I'll probably put links in the comments for their Instagram and everything. If there's a post up, or I'll just do the page. But yeah, so that has been round 7. The championship wrapped up fairly early. So now it's the battle for second place between Saya and Nelson. Nelson will be hoping to make it a Suzuki 1-2 in the standings. Saya will be hoping to make it a Malaysian 1-2 in the standings. So we'll have to see how that goes. But I hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you next time for Moto 2s. I can't remember where that's going to be because my brain is terrible. But we'll see you then. Goodbye.